Hi everyone, Gabi from Aussie Theatre here, and today I'm having a chat with Catherine Alcorn about the Reservoir Room, New South Wales' brand new virtual performance space. If you're interested in hearing her exclusive chat with us here at Aussie Theatre, keep on watching.
Hello.
Hello.
My co-host of Friday Night Live here, Rodger Corser, he's just doing a bit of COVID cleaning. We're all very COVID conscious here.
Safety first.
Safety first, party second.
We've had a few weeks of the Reservoir Room already.
All of the feels, like building this thing. The crew are just extraordinary. I think we're probably up to nearly about 40 people across the entire project who have come on board purely for the love industry and for the want to be able to give everyone in the industry, ranging from every kind of industry sector, the chance to work and to have a project to be on, which I found, speaking to a lot of the team here, it's really given them a sense of hope and direction and purpose during this time, which for mental health amongst our arts and entertainment industry is absolutely crucial. So yes, we are bringing shows to audiences across the world, but we're also really stepping up and helping our industry, which is exactly the point that sort of, got me to make this suggestion quite a few months ago.
So many people are out of gigs or jobs or tours that they would have been working on, and when there isn't anything to work towards, you don't use the skills, and something like the Reservoir Room gives them something to work towards. They can rehearse, they can come up with a set list, they can write a cabaret and have something that they can take in to flex those muscles so they're not spending 3-4 months doing nothing.
Absolutely. And point in case is my musical director, Glenn Morehouse. I've worked with Glenn across all of my productions for nearly 7 years now. And Glenn's on the project as our talent liaison. So not only is he also stepping on stage to perform in our All Stars numbers that we now have built as a tradition to end the Friday Night Live with, he's also liaison between the artist and the production team during the week. So that's, and he's really flourishing in that role, and that's something that he suggested that we needed, and that was off his own back. So it's, there's so many multifaceted people working on this project as well. Claire Ellen O'Connor, who's one of my friends and backing vocalist. She tours in all of my shows as well. She's one of the Harlettes in the Divine Miss Bet. She played Stevie Nicks in my Christine McVie show. She's also an incredible producer in her own right, and she has come on as our social media manager and marketing assistant, as well as stepping up onto the stage to sing. So we've got just such an incredibly talented team on and off stage. Peter Ruby on the lighting, Keith Muir on sound, Johnny Peters, our platform producer, because we're not streaming live to Facebook or Instagram. We have our very own platform that we live stream to, reservoirroom.com, to check it out. So yeah, it's a really beautiful melting pot of and crossover between film and television, technology, music, stage and screen, and everyone is coming together to create this really incredibly unique product. So it's been it's really mind-blowing, Gabi. Like I sort of, when you're in the cog and you're producing, Roger and I are turning over a variety show every week, which is a massive job in itself. I mean, we've essentially launched a new television program and series that would normally sit in development for like up to 2 years or something, wouldn't it, Rog? I mean, it's incredible what we've turned over in a space of 10 weeks.
I'm about to write tomorrow's episode now.
That's what he's doing right now. He's writing tomorrow's episode right now. I look forward to receiving that email, Rog.
The technology of it all, even normally, would take ages to put together and to try and orchestrate all the live streaming and the lights and the sounds and syncing everything up. And the fact that you've pulled that together in such a short space of time, has that been interesting for you to learn, all these new things that you can do with the technology?
Technology-wise, our platform developer, Johnny Peters, is a bit of a genius, and 5 years ago, he was well ahead of the curve. He designed a platform and hosted his own online streaming music called Lusk. And he had artists like Ben Lee and Ash Grunwald. And then after that, the platform sort of sat dormant for a little while. So when I came to Brian Cobb, who manages the studio here in Paddington Town Hall, he said, well, this is perfect because we've got a platform that we just need to wake up. So from that first moment when I had the first meeting with Brian and Johnny at the beginning of March, Johnny and his team, his back-end developers team, have basically been sort of reinvigorating this platform that sat years ago. So that's been a massive help. And also having on Friday Night Live, we're being directed by TV legend Ted Robinson and the Good News Week team. So we've got that incredible machine there helping us to, turn over a live television variety show every Friday too. So honestly, we really have the best in the business working on this, and the proof is in the pudding, because what we're producing is just staggering, and everyone is doing this on a co-pro deal, and it's for the love of the art, and it's just, that's what blows me away. I sort of feel like we're sitting in a pocket of something so beautiful at the moment of where we're at, and the fact that we all want to be here. So, we're just waiting for that extra level of support to kick in.
Yeah. I think you mentioned something there that I really like, is that you're bringing back this variety format. We've kind of had a period of time where we've been very focused on shows or things with, a narrative structure, and not just those varieties where you can have a whole lot of different people get up. And I think that the COVID situation has kind of revived the variety format for performers.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, this is a really interesting question for Rog, actually. Roger's obviously come down the front, please, Corser. Come on down. Just shifting from, obviously, Roger's got an incredibly successful television show in Dr. Doctor that he writes and produces on as well. And so, Roger, if I may ask you, what was the appeal of coming over to a variety show from a drama series, essentially?
I didn't have to learn lines.
But
I just grew up with that sort of show, whether it was like stuff that Ted's worked on, the big gig for comedy, even stuff like The Late Show. I mean, there was just lots more of it. There was places where musicians and professional performers and entertainers can go to promote and chat. And at the moment, it's only sort of your competition style singing shows. So it's all kind of newbies, which is fine. There's definitely a place for that. But, there's no place for professionals to come on. And, what's really great is to get the interaction between professionals, and hopefully get, people that you wouldn't normally see at the same gig on our show, So you've got someone like Phil Jamison from Grinspoon who's done a set with us, but, getting these people in also on the variety show to sort of, with a drag queen, with a jazz performer, with a comedian.
It was beautiful, wasn't it, when Phil Jamison and Tim Draxel, who would never normally meet, Tim Draxel did the early cabaret show, and then Phil Jamison did the late music show. And you said they were having the best conversation. And where else would you see that? Where else would two artists of those varying genres meet?
The kind of dream is, when sort of distancing sort of restrictions are lifted, is the green room here as a place where, people finish a sound check somewhere in Sydney and they kind of drop in a little bit unannounced, and then if we can slide them onto the show, or, or we just, they can come and kind of watch the show, because that green room's got a big sort of projector screen there, so people who are in there can watch it. But we sort of like to sort of triple the numbers in there and have a good kind of it's like an Arias/Logie/actor after party or every Friday night on a small scale.
Yeah.
Is this something that once all the restrictions are lifted, you want to keep going, maybe open up a live audience as well as streaming?
Definitely, it's absolutely on the cards. But look, you know, there's opportunities that are already being brought to us to tour the Reservoir, to tour Friday Night Live as a live stage production around the country. So there's, you know, at the moment the opportunities are kind of endless, which is so exciting as well. But what we really do love is that, you know, we are streaming worldwide. We're not just geo-blocked to Australia. So for our artists and for our performers, a lot of feedback that we've had from international audiences, like in the UK and America and Greece and Germany, is that they're meeting all of these incredible Australian performers. So to be able to give our artists that world stage platform is so exciting.
Yeah, it's amazing.
So the Res on the Road, we'll do a world tour.
So that we need to if we're streaming.
Yeah, that's true.
Why would you hop on a bus? I'm happy just to come to the Paddo Town Hall.
You don't have to take all the equipment, just leave it there.
Yeah,
exactly.
But it'd be nice to stay here. Definitely, I think, you know, the Res Room is part of, you know, this Paddington precinct, as you said, and, you know, we'd like to further have relationships with, you know, other businesses around here, and sort of, and the local council's been great, and, you know, I think we could sort of move forward. And if we went into a larger venue, got some people in, and, you know, it'd be a nice fit to sort of stay where we are.
Yeah, totally. And we've got that opportunity here within Paddington Town Hall, which is awesome. And I also think that being on Oxford Street too lends itself so much. Like, we've got Varushka Darling, our resident drag queen and social goddess. You know, she was absolutely in the forefront of my mind as someone who we wanted to bring into the fold at the beginning. I've worked with Varushka Darling for 10 years when she hosted El Circo down at Slide, which is where I was artistic director for a little while. So just to have that colour, that diversity, that inclusion, the fact that we're on Oxford Street, like, it's all come together so beautifully. And she's certainly a firm favourite, isn't she? I mean, everyone loves her.
Oh, you just got to, you know, hand it over to Rushka and just let her go.
Let the show run. Yeah, she's incredible.
Oh, amazing. Well, thank you so much for the chat, guys, and very excited, looking forward to this week's episode and all the ones coming up in the future, hopefully forever.
Thank you. We really appreciate your support as always, Gabby. Thank you.
No
and Aussie Theatre. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.